Well, perhaps some people will show up now. Let's see. Yeah, I'll even do it in black and white. Because there's something very crypt about black and white. So, usually invert things. So we invert black and white. Maybe we should do inversion. An inversion. Maybe like this over here. Nope, there's haunting. Oh, there's the inversion. If we invert things, this could be a good ciphering to invert the script. But I think we'll just go noir. 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 But, French for dark or black? Or is it for night? I don't know. Well, maybe we'll do some real-time decoding of, I don't know, whatever you guys want. I have a computer in front of me, and we can compute some things. We can see what the news is really telling us. Much like anything, in the world today, there is a failure to communicate properly. Most arguments, most fights, most things that happen in this world are because of a miscommunication. Miscommunication is usually it. And that miscommunication turns into failure to communicate. Miscommunication happens all the time in the beginning of any type of relationship, business, personal, love, otherwise, miscommunication. And then it turns into lack of communication. Why is that? Because people try to communicate and they go, I said that. Why didn't they hear me? Well, they heard you, but they weren't listening to the same code that you were giving. You think I can say the same thing in English, exactly the same words. And sometimes some people hear me say it, but not you. Sometimes you'll say something, and I'll say the same thing, and they won't hear me, but they'll hear you. Yeah, this is happening all the time. Like I said that. Somebody will say the same thing you said, just adjusting one word, and people will hear them. Now, in the media, what they do is they know that the miscommunication happens, and they do it on purpose through using ciphers, gematria, scripting that is purposefully convoluted, that things can have multiple meanings. And by doing that, the media can always weasel their way out of anything. That's why we still listen to them. I get, that's what they meant. Okay, I get it. Yeah, it always happens that way. When people are really they're not really trying to say anything. They're trying to say things that have multiple values and multiple meanings. This is why they use the words they use specifically that are coded in gematria as multiple things. There are some words that are coded and they tend towards, more than 50% of them will be quality words that will kind of agree with the sentiment that the word says. Yes. And sometimes what will happen is you'll find a word in gematria and you'll flip it around. You'll flip it around by a number that's encoded, and we'll say the opposite or something completely wild. But more of it means that. Yes. So there's a lot of coding that's done purposefully to give multiple meanings to the same thing. But what you should know is that you can never take anything the media says at face value. But the trick is, they're going, but I told you, just look at the quotes. If it's in quotes, it's always a headline and something's in quotes. Why put that in quotes? So is that the only thing that's quoted? The rest of it's just garbage? Oh. So literally, you could take a highlighter on a black marker, go through the newspaper or whatever your articles, black out anything that isn't a number. Numbers are important. A number and whatever keywords are after that. And then black out everything else, and if there's quotes around it, highlight that and highlight the numbers. See what you come up with. And you'll find an entirely new code that's written. And that's what they're doing. They're ciphering with the numbers within something and the words that are in quotes. And that's the first place to start deciphering things. I mean, not to decipher the entire reality. You have to start somewhere else. But the gematria will give you a clue. Will clue you into something that the newspapers are attempting to say. And they're attempting to say it because, well, it's part of the magic. You show the hand and then you remove it, and then poof, over here there's something else. It's a magical trick. But you can never say they didn't show you. And that's for their what? But I told you. It's like a bad girlfriend or a bad boyfriend. But I told you. Yeah, but you left out the you told out of convenience one aspect of it, but you didn't say the whole thing. But no, but I said so. That's what the media does. They're obligated to tell you. They're obliged. But they won't tell you the whole thing, or exactly they tell you. You know, it's the convenience of when you say, oh, you're a liar. Oh, you're not a liar. Oh, but you're lying by leaving something out. They do that all the time. They say, I didn't leave it out. I just actually, all they did is written right there. And you just didn't read the code. Oh, so I was supposed to figure that out, you know? You ever have those arguments with people? These happen all the time. Because there's a miscommunication that's occurring. That's on the personal level what happens. But on the deeper level, when you're getting into deciphering things, decoding things, and getting into cryptograms and cryptography and tales from the crypt and cryptocurrency. We'll dig into this. We'll see who's here. Is anybody here? Is anybody here? You guys missed the first part of the show. The first part, the good part that I was already getting into all the ciphering stuff. Because no longer will be waiting to start shows. If you're late, you're late. That's your problem. Because these things are turning as I've morphed and developed my channel and everything. We're taking this to a new school where it will be all done through Zoom. I'll still do it. I'll still be on here sometimes, but So ciphering. We'll just wait till some people show up, and I'll let you guys decide for the live, real time. What do you guys want to decipher? Or maybe you already know how to. Maybe there's a deeper coding or something that you haven't looked at yet. You can see these codings through television, newspapers, magazines, whatever's online. Sports. They got a lot of ciphers in sports. Those people's names are not what they are for the reason you think. They didn't come out the womb like that. It was a the name is going to be that for a reason, and that's here. They have the whole. I got a script and a backup script. Here's so and so. They're going to be playing this sport, this thing. This is how they're going to. Who was it that said, "Give me a child and I'll give you anything you want." Like I'll turn that child into anything. It's like a German scientist. I forget who it was. It's like, could you imagine just thinking you could turn a person into a product? An automaton. What a weird thing. Like when we have at our disposal literal machines that have no harm, that have no feelings, that have no, like, you could work them all day. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. This piece of steel is not going to be like sitting there. It's not sitting there crying that it's being used to, stamp some pennies or something, or whatever it's doing, or creating a body for a car. It's not. It doesn't have a problem with that yet. And we could have just designed those, and we have been. But what is it with the humans being constructed and turned into what looks more and more like a product or I say cogs in a wheel. Like, for what reason? There's plenty of room for everybody to have what they want. There's plenty of abundance in this world. There's more than enough for everyone. We're not overpopulated. This realm is not overpopulated. It's ridiculous. It's silly. It's just silly. It's just it's really ridiculous idea. And I mean, it's considering further, like all the things that can be done by automatons, robotics. I mean, should we really be the? I mean, at this point, we're at a technological impasse that is basically, and we're watching it happen. But in the bad way, we're seeing the very negative social dismembering of people's, I don't know, humanness to a degree. But on the positive side, if you really understood it, everything is going digital and everything is going to technologically, like technology in so many ways has been our Achilles heel, and technology has also been the thing that was supposed to free us that actually enslaved us. But at this point, there's not much that robotics can't do. There's not much need for humans to do work anymore. So shouldn't that deliver all of us the freedom that we so desperately desired? What do humans really, shouldn't we just, like, hey, what do we need? The bots will build it. They don't care. They have a purpose, and their purpose is, it's not a they, we're not hooking it up to some giant human brain. We're just letting a system print things out like you walked into a factory and watch just these cans go through, fill up. Like, that's happening everywhere with everything that we can think about. And so humans should have this luxury at this point. And it shouldn't even be a luxury. It should be it should be a standard human. Here, life it's abundant. It's yours. Enjoy it. We've been at this crossroads of okay. If you were on a big island, let's say Cuba, something like this. Just like think of an island, not what's on it yet, but there's trees and there's fish all around you. There's boats, there's homes, places. There's all of this cool stuff, and there's food everywhere. It's really not. It should be pretty solved. It's like the issue of life was solved before we got here. There's places to play. There's fresh water. There's places to go swimming. There's things to eat. There's games. There's everything. Okay, then we went to this impasse where we're like, oh, we got to build stuff to make things easier. It's a story about this fisherman. Maybe I'll tell you the story a little later. Maybe y'all know it. It's a story about a fisherman who has everything he needs. But then this man comes and tries to convince him he should fish more so he can get all the money he needs so he can have everything that he needs. It's a really funny story, actually. So, we're at an impasse where we, being unemployed is not a bad thing. For people who are scared of losing their jobs, but what is the dilemma if everybody is just provided for as we should be provided for? If we have collectively built a system to provide us with whatever we need, then why shouldn't everybody be part of that system? What's up with the inclusivity? What's going on with people having inclusive with just a special club so they can feel special, and then everybody else can further get shit on? It doesn't even make any sense. Imagine kids that just came into this world in the 2000s, late 2000s, say about 2000, anywhere around there. Could you imagine what they're looking at? Like the whole, like their upbringing, all computers in their hands, phones in there everywhere, Now society's like, hey, they didn't even have a say in the matter. That's bullshit. They didn't even have a say in the matter of, hey, this system is like really fucking weird. The system is real fucked up. Shouldn't this be helping people out? I didn't, because I thought, we've been working on this for a long time where, there should be some Um, I hate the word equality. I'm gonna say that out there. Everybody, I don't think anyone's equal. And I don't think they should be. And anyone that has a half a brain would agree with me. If you have a whole brain, you would see what I'm saying. Equanimity is what people desire. Equanimity, not equality. No one wants to be equal. That's just silly. It's not fun. that's that's the worst parts of communism and socialism. That's the worst parts of it. No one wants to be equal. Everybody has enough of what they need, whatever they need, because what some people need or want is different than what other people need or want. So those things, we're at a place in this wonderful experience of this realm, wherever you think it is. If you think it's a box, if you think we live in a box, in a fishbowl, on a ball, on a flat Earth, in a realm that's huge, I don't care. Wherever we are, the systems in place could easily make sure that everyone is taken care of, and everything is kosher for everyone. Everything is just pristine. But we're looking at it like, tell me, we don't have enough computer systems, we don't have enough knowledge, we don't have enough. What are we missing? You know, I do. I find it like in this one way, it's been a tragic. It's like a travesty. Some people have come in and like didn't get a say, and there's people who've been around for a long time. They're wildly intelligent, like amazingly intelligent, and their words fall upon deaf ears. It's really weird. I've heard some of the most intelligent people speak. They never, and their audience is minimal. I mean, hey, if I don't say so, if I don't say it, who's gonna say it? I don't doubt that most people that have an opportunity to have a conversation with me or listen to me wouldn't say, "Wow, this motherfucker right here." I don't know how many letters or comments I received. It says, "Who the fuck are you? How do you know everything you know?" Like, and the funny thing is, I don't even think, I have respect for myself and my level of intelligence and awareness, but I know there's people that are wildly more intelligent than me that understand things that I could never even, it take me a long time to figure out. And they have no audience. None whatsoever. And but yet the people that are sitting in front of us are all B grade actors regurgitating a bunch of baloney and bullshit. That's what we have. Why? Why is that so? Like, what do they think? What do they think? Like, they're just, are they that insecure? Are they that without real power? Are they that? I mean, what is it? Why are we sitting here continually? So why do they have to throw everything in ciphers and in codes, and why do they have to act like we're in Lord of the Rings and they all have the ring and we don't? Oh, my precious. And they guard and um, hide and war over their knowledge. Knowledge is not supposed to be warred over. It's supposed to be freely given and granted and immersed into society so that each of us can each one teach one. But there's these motherfucking humbugs. They get a little piece of the knowledge and then they don't share it. I can never imagine that. I can never imagine getting an apple pie and eating it all to myself. I can never imagine getting a whole chicken and eating it all to myself. I can never imagine getting all of the knowledge and keeping it all for myself. But yeah, that's what we've been. That's what we have in front of us. Just everywhere you look. Oh well, it's there. You just got to look for it. Yeah. Okay. So let me go hide all of the pie. I'll do that. I'll go hide the pie. It's a book. Who moved my cheese? I'll hide all the pie, and then by the time these people find it, it's all stale. It's all rotten, and nobody wants to eat it because it's worthless. The knowledge that people had in 1940 about how to do something is pretty much worthless today. There's some things that will stand the test of time in the realm of how to do things and how to think and how to be. But you know, the general thing, like if I ate a piece of pie from 1940, that shit would be a big piece of mold. So what are these people doing with this knowledge? Like, it's not like, wouldn't like, if you knew that by sharing knowledge or sharing something you'd make more friends and it'd be like a more community driven, wow, holy shit, we all get along. I guess we're not all that different after all. Whoa, crazy. But instead you just sit there and go, well, I have all the stuff, and now you picked on me during school, and I'm gonna stick you with the needles. I'm gonna stick you with the needles and give you poison. Ha! Because one person or two people made fun of me. I'm gonna poison everyone. You're all my subjects, my slaves. What kind of fucking shit is that? It's the way people feel sometimes. People gotta let it go, like James Bay said. You know, let that shit go. So we'll be discussing as people show up. We'll get a little deeper into ciphering, maybe some magic, some all sorts of things. What do you guys want? Online, interesting journey. Maybe consider pondering the movie Man on a Wire, and then go watch. Go watch this video about Back to the Future, and it's by the Sync book, SYNCBOOK, and it should be about 20 some minutes long. That's the one you want. There's a couple that are cut up versions of it. You don't want the short ones, you want the whole thing. And it's Man on a Wire. It is about those two buildings in New York City, which actually is about Man on the Wire, funny enough. The Twin Towers there. And Back to the Future, Robert Zemeckis, and all of the coding and things in that movie. It's outlandish. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Highly suggest it to anybody else that has never seen it. Should go check that out. Still wonder why that happens to my shit sometimes. I'm sitting here talking, and it's on live chat, and then I'll be wondering why it's not moving. Then I'll click on the little button over here, and it'll say top chat. But I don't want it on top chat. I want it live chat. That's what I'm looking at. Let's see who has contacted me. Well, should I go on with my rant? Because I'm waiting for enough people to show up that we can do some coding, some decoding, I guess. Maybe I'll just come up with some words myself and see if I can't give you an example of how things are coded. And then later, I think whenever in Junie, if you come online later, I will do the decoding. I'll get into some ciphers and I'll get into the secret code of the ancients of memory, and from there I'll be able to show you why it works. And there's actually some deeper things of understanding the value of each letter. So there's many levels to decoding things, but it's until you understand that letters themselves are hieroglyphs or symbols or sigils, then nothing could be understood. Supertramp breakfast in American breakfast. That's so funny. I just had an American breakfast sandwich. I had a Jimmy Dean's breakfast sandwich just a minute ago. I don't know why. It's because I like to eat breakfast for dinner and dinner for breakfast. And sometimes I don't like to eat at all. I don't know. Just doesn't seem to be. There doesn't seem to be much of a rhyme or reason for anything, you know. Except for there is. There's a rhyme and reason to everything, unless there's not. Which one is it? I don't know. Let me open up this thing. Ooh. I'd like to. Well, that's weird. Huh. Let's see. YouTube. So weird, man. Let's see. Search. Search and destroy. Why is this so... I don't understand why this does this. What's up in here? Cast TV. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have... I just want to download... I just want to download YouTube. It's giving me 3 in room, 3 thumbs up. Isn't that great? Isn't that just fantastic? Oh, now there's 42. As soon as you said that, somebody stole their thumb away. They took their thumb back. Another person came in and stole a thumb. How dare you? How dare you do such things? Beep boop 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 boop. Huh. Hello, 5 people. We will continue on with... I'm getting to something so we can play ciphering games. And I don't know why it keeps sending me to... I don't want it on... I want it on this computer, and it keeps sending it to send it to my phone, and I don't want it to go to my phone. I just want to put it on this computer. Ugh. I suck so bad. Ugh. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, fucking shit, guy. Okay. These people are so great. So the first thing, this guy, he fends off accusations of hypocrisy. It's the title of the... See, because I'm going to use this to decode things. It says, well, he fends off accusations of hypocrisy. This is a politician. Okay. Ooh, tell me something new. Has any politician ever been accused of doing anything but that? Like, that's literally the opposite of what it should say, politician fends off accusations of telling the truth. That would make the news. A politician told the truth. That would be amazing. That would be headline. We could just... People would just... They would stop in the middle of the streets as if spaceships were flying by. They'd be like, holy shit, did you hear a politician literally didn't bullshit us? It's one thing you can count on. Politician opening their mouth and lying. That's what you can count on. Right? I would just like to install YouTube. There we go. I think it might work now. No. I don't want it. Why do I have to sign in? I don't want to. Why is it making me do something? I don't want to. I just want the... Just give me the YouTube. Ah, oh, fuck you. Fine. Let's play a different game. Let's play the game when I put on Gematria. And we'll just... go from there. Let's see. Let's use this one. Insert a phrase. Guys, wanna help me with a phrase, a number, or a word? Say anything. Let's decode something. I'll explain to you how it works. So you don't think it's just like all of the other people that have been teaching about gematria. They're teaching about gematria from one angle. Most of them are already tied into an organization, and so they feed the information in a way that they might not be lying. They're probably telling the truth, but like they're part of when you're part of a system, you believe in that system, so that's what you're putting the information out there for. Now, if you overlook all of the systems, you see how they are often at times at odds with each other, and gematria can be at odds with each other. The whole gematria in and of itself. All these people. I'm gonna ask you again. I'm gonna ask everybody out here again to go find all these guys. It's all dudes. There's a couple of chicks out there, mostly dudes out there. They're all using gematria to decipher, decode things. Tell me when's the last time they told you any good news that came out of gematria? Zippo, zilch. They'll do this. They'll do that till they'll say zero. No, zero, zero, zero. They do all like, okay, they'll do that shit. Zero. I'm saying zero. About 0 times have they ever given you good news out of gematria. Why is that? Although I could take the same codes that they're using and give you a good code. I'll show you. Take it. Here, I'll Kamara, it's a little bit of a paradox, but it's only because it's not really a paradox because we only get what they deliver to us as the news. But it's a choice is what they're using. It's not a paradox. Paradox is a little bit different. It's a paradox, yes. It's a little different in the sense that, here, go take one of these bad news things that they're telling us about that's going to happen in the future, or that they've deciphered, and I'll decipher it in a good way. Guarantee it. And you can't tell me I'm wrong. Is that a paradox, or is that because it has it's got to be a future event? Because you can decipher future events because they're supposedly magically inducing them. But you can take all of them. You can take all of these numbers. Give me any number. Here, I'll put paradox. Oh, were you saying use the word paradox? You weren't saying it is a paradox. You're saying, let me put the word in there. Paradox. Calculate the gematria. We're looking at, here's one. We're going to use Jewish, English, and Simple, 496, 474, and 79. Okay, there we go. So the word paradox is in, let's see, I'll tell you a few words, and then you can be curious as to why do they choose to use the words they do, because they could choose any of these. It's Brexit, Texas, date, pattern, easy, soulmates, Goyim, Catholic Church, Magic Square, finally, soulmate, crescent moon, son's name, second horseman, Adonai, taxes, statue, fairy, peanuts, London bus, baby be mine, cuddle up, rightful king, trilateral chip, stonemason, cornucopia, popologist, think mirror. Okay, well, I haven't even started yet. Lucifer has landed, Canada Square, Bobby Deem, Yeshua, William, murder, mother, Xavier, Democrat, Douglas, Ukraine, remember, Warren. See, now, these are only the ones that have been searched before. I could find more and more words that equal what you get as 426. There's other words. Super, Connor, Nelson, Annette, Orlando, finally, flower, wonder, Lemuria, diamonds, ravens, words, draconian, prepare, spoon, chaos magic. And literally it says paradox is not even in their database. So, it's not even in their database. Who has not looked up the word paradox before? That's crazy. Good Morning America, Tabula Rosa, Bill Nye, Sanford and Son, Discount, The Angels. Okay, now do you see what's happening here? I can go through this all Polish statue, Ronaldo, kitten, Red Rum, LA Lakers, Marigold. We can literally, even within gematria, we have what is even more than a paradox. We can choose to decode it any way we want. Well, then they just go, oh, look at that. It says honeybee right there. Yeah, I'll tell you, gematria has plenty of value to it, but you cannot use it as a first source of information, because I could just go, well, if you're saying it means that, why does it, what, here, I'll decode something for you. Watch this. What is the one that they're really mad at? They always use, they always use the number 93. 93. I'm just going to put the number 93 in here. They always use the number 93 in everything they do. They're the evil satanic occultists. Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you about everything that's evil. Okay, Omega, home. Okay, I don't know what home or Omega has to do with evil, but I'm looking right at it. Okay. Let's see, cedar. I don't know how that's evil. Let's see. Let's go through. Let's go some words. Let's see. Yep, let's load some more results here. Let's see what do I get. I don't. Let's get into the other. Let's get into English gematria. Gear. I don't know where gear is. A lot of proper names here in this. I want to do it. I want to do it in English gematria. I don't want any more Jewish gematria. Let's just do English. Oh, damn it. Just give me an idea that there's it's such a magic ball, McFadden, canned. I mean, and then there's just a bunch of it's because the 93 has been used so many times in here. I'm sure. I'm trying to get. There's just such a long result of. Let's see. Try to get to English or otherwise. Everything's Jewish gematria over here. Let me just find a word here. I'll write this. I'll write home because it does equal 93. Okay. And home equals 93 in Jewish, but home will still work out in the other ones as well. Let's see. I'm just not understanding why people continue to use the negative or version of whatever they see as a code, because it just doesn't work that way. There's translating it the way that they want to, which is not okay. That's their choice, but how does that make that real? How do they know? How do they always know that it's a negative thing? That it's the evils of the satanic, filthy underbelly of the world? I don't get it. Is there any good ways to use gematria? Can we find anything good here? Maybe that's what I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start a channel about what's up, Earth. I'm still here, and in fact, hey Earth, if you want to, Earth, if you want to, I'm gonna be doing a lot of. I've been on here, but then I jump over and do I do live chats with people on the Zoom, so it's a lot more fun that way. So I get to interact with people. So you can come join. I'm gonna start it up in a little bit, but I'm just gonna fuck around here and do a little bit of gematria stuff. Juniverse, you saw the Golden Gate again? I told you. I would love to see that commercial. Eventually, everything will be a pharmaceutical commercial. Yeah, I mean, isn't it kind of already? Because considering the television is a bit of a drug, you know what I mean? It's already been kind of. We know it's a drug. Just because we didn't stick it in our mouth and eat it doesn't mean it doesn't have some influence over our mind, body, and awareness and everything, you know? Everything will be. What's up, Kaban? That's funny you say that, though. Everything will be a fucking pharmaceutical commercial. Yeah, I mean, how will anybody even be buying any pharmaceuticals? See, this is why, as I started this show, if you'd like to, I'd highly suggest go back to the beginning where I start to get into a little bit of a rant about things. And the suggestion is we're at a place in society where technology and digital tech, all this stuff, everything that's going on, it's enough to we're all provided for. Is all that we're really going to do is take the Soma? Is it going to be a Brave New World? Because a Brave New World, all in all, it's nowhere near as okay. Orwellian, that was a fucked up world. Okay, that was definitely a dystopian future. Um, I would say Huxley's version of the future being a digitally everyone's taking the soma. At least they're on the drug. You know what I mean? You ever done drugs? Drugs are fun. Drugs are cool. You know, at least people can smooth through like that. And I mean, I get all the casts and all the systems and things. You know, I seen the movie too. That was an interesting movie. Highly suggest it. It's kind of funny because when did they make it? Like the 70s, 80s. It's kind of interesting. Um, Fighting back by getting and staying healthy. Yeah, yeah. I feel like I looking. I feel and look younger every day. Right. I'm healthy. I'm healthy, and my brain functions at a pretty high capacity. I feel pretty good about life, you know, in general. But as far as this future goes, like how are people as I further this idea? How are people going to afford any of the soma? Or it just doesn't matter. People just like everything's going to be so state run that it's just like here, take the drugs and just relax. That could be a that's a prime world for somebody, for most people. Yeah, that's cool. I don't think I need no one. The anxiety and terror that's built into an Orwellian world is no. That's dystopian in its worst ways. That's almost as black and white as I'm making it here. I'm making it very stark. Nobody wants that. Nobody in the world would really want that. There's a lot of people that would accept a future that looks like Huxley's. I mean, if you're intelligent, you would never want that because there's too much life to be lived. There's too much entertainment and wonder and everything that's going on in nature, and you know it's not so sterile and all of that. But I can see why some people could choose or would go, okay, that's not that bad of a future. You know what I'm saying? I just want to know in that future is it becomes so communal, communistic, socialistic, but digitally commerce socialized because no one's going to have jobs anymore. But that could be a good thing. You know, that does anybody really need to work? What jobs? The only thing that really needs to be done is really the artist and the musician. That's the only thing that's really left. The entertainment, humans to entertain us. That's it. Like each other, we'll entertain each other, and all of the regular meaning, uh, uh, just those day to day, just those jobs that like what jobs really need to get done, how many people really need, you need like one person to run a whole thing, and they don't even got to work that much. People should be working like 1 hour a day, like, hey, can you come in for 1 hour shift? Yep, got it. Everybody does like a 1 hour shift a day somewhere doing something, like just checking on making sure something doesn't explode. If something goes off a line, you hit a couple buttons. Like there really ain't shit to do, you know. We're at a point where there's already self-driving cars. There's already they're pretty on point. They're not crashing. They're not going off a line. There's all sorts of stop. There's also sort of stop losses, stop parameters for these things. Um, I don't really prefer waitresses, or waiters. I don't fuck them because they're gonna fuck your food up. They fuck your order up. They don't know what the fuck's going on. Can I just type it in there? I'd be more comfortable that way. I don't want to interact with them anyways. I want my food. I want to sit down and hang out with my friends. We're good. Yep. What else is important? Chefs. People love cooking. It's an art. It's an art form. That will never get taken over. So cooking will always be a human thing to do. Art will always be a human thing to do. Dancing will always be a human thing to do. Music will always be a human thing to do. There's a few things that will still be left there. And there are people that want to do those things because that's their outlet and their creativity. Other people, they want to explore and travel and see the world and be part of like what's going on and look at nature and play with animals and care for animals. That's another thing people love doing. No, who doesn't love caring for animals or old people or children? Well, so there you go. So we still have a bunch of things that can be done. But these labor intensive, like just these silly jobs that never needed to be there to begin with. Who cares? Who cares if the unemployment rate is 80%? Because nobody really needs to do anything. Even farming, the factory farming systems. How many people really? You can actually have those machines that go up and down the field. Nobody even needs to be in the damn thing. It's all on a GPS system. You'd be inside a thing, just robotics, dupes. It goes down the field. It's already got cameras on it, shit, and sensors. If there's anything living in here, if there's a human around here, it stops. It's already been done. So what do we? I don't know. I think this transition into this new age might not be as ridiculous as people say. I don't think it's going to be as tragic as people think. I think it might be something else. I think it might be something that I'm speaking of. I think it might look like that. But you can't just tell everybody that. You can't just tell everybody that. It's like, it would be too big. You don't want to spoil the surprise. You can't spoil the surprise for humanity. And I have to side with that. Because, as I've put out there many times, as a species, if there was a higher order of things, they would have never given us computers and never given us the ability to communicate. They would have never given us the internet, and they could have already enslaved all of us. There would be nothing you could have done about it. But yet we're not. Yet we're not. That must say something about what's going on. It must say something about what's happening. But I digress. I never seen the Joe Rogan podcast about bullshit jobs, but the percentage of jobs that are bullshit in general, just completely garbage, that are useless and pointless, big percentage of them. I don't know what the percentage is, but maybe like 15, 16% of jobs. I would say maybe up to 20% of jobs. Completely bullshit, meaningless. And then you have another 20% of jobs that could just, they're there for some reason, but you could get rid of them. And then you have another, what people aren't working anymore. I tell you, other meaningless bullshit jobs, marketing, billboards, and all this shit that people do for marketing, so you buy their stuff. It goes away. It would have to. So then people will use their talents of creativity and art for something else, because you wouldn't have to market things to people if nobody has any money, because you'd just be like saying, hey, I don't care if you think this is the best product, but if I really believe this is the best thing, I'll show you what it does and how it works. And the people that are designing it will make it so it works properly. And it's everything it could be. It's not a paycheck. It's not so they go home and pay for their families and we got to make ends meet and we got to make more money. That will go away. It's a possibility, It's one of the possibilities of the many that could, all of the timelines and universes and shit. Anything that you could think is a possibility. It might not be as tragic as everybody says it. This whole thing about everybody being sick or whatever, or like the CV bullshit. Well, most of us know that the numbers are lied about. Way less people have died this year. Way less people than any other year. Look into the real statistics. Less people are sick. Maybe people are getting healthier because they're seeing through the bullshit. Maybe people are, maybe, just maybe, people are getting healthier because they're not going to the doctor. Because no longer can these people just go to the doctor because they got a tummy ache. Because it's stupid. Because it's retarded. They're going to go to the doctor and the doctor's going to just feed them another pill they don't need. It's going to make them sicker. Now they're not going. And their body and their autonomous system, their automatic healing mechanism that occurs within the body is intelligent. Wildly intelligent. It heals itself. What if that's starting to take place? People's bodies are going back to doing what they should be doing. They're closing down closing down hospitals and getting rid of doctors. That's a fantasy of mine. I'm literally coming in my fucking trousers as we speak because of this. I'm so goddamn excited. Yes, emergency rooms and all of these people, all these doctors, very valuable. But the majority of people that go to the hospital, that are running up in there because they got a sore tummy and a sniffly nose. And all the doctors are doing is giving them medicine that's only making them sicker. Now they stop doing that, and their body just starts to do what it should do naturally. They can't go to the doctor. They can't get the medicine. That's a fucking good thing. My tummy doesn't hurt. Then don't eat. They can't afford food. It's forcing people to fast. Holy shit, it's making fat people skinny. It's making people fast. Holy shit, everybody. Every fucking thing I imagined and dreamed of is happening. Sorry it had to be forced upon you. It's not that bad. Might I be right here? I'm looking at. I'm showing you. I'm taking coal. I'm taking lead and turning it into gold. I'm taking this ridiculous shit that everybody's freaking the fuck out about, that are losing their fucking minds. Well, the good thing is they're coming to their senses. Let me say that to you again. They're losing their fucking minds, but coming to their senses. Yeah, that's a good thing. They're starting to feel something. They're starting to feel like, fuck these politicians. Why are they starting to feel that? Because they have more time to consider how fucked over they've been. It's a weird feeling, isn't it? What do you do with it? They don't know what to do with it. But because they're not going to the doctors, because they can't. And the only people that are going to the doctors are the ones that go, I think I'm going to die from this. And you know what? And we already know the recovery rate is like, what, 99.94% or something? Something ridiculous. It's even better than the flu. And no one's really getting the flu. I actually haven't even heard about anybody really even being sick. I've heard about people just being like, oh, I need to take a day off. I'm a little tired. I've heard of people being sleepless. I haven't heard of people being sick at all. I ask around. You know anybody? And I'm not even talking about that. I'm just saying, you know anybody who's even been sick? And they're like, no. Maybe what's happening here is so inverted of what you believe that everything that's occurring, you don't understand the codes. You don't even understand that despite what it looks like, that nothing is as it seems on the surface. The surface looks like everything is closed. Everything, no one, just stay away. Just sit there and isolate. And as bad as that is, for a lot of reasons, humans are social creatures, can't see each other's faces, blah blah blah, and it's really, some old people are dying. They were gonna die anyways. It's okay. Don't worry. They go on to another life. I already know how this works. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about them. And everybody that's Christian already goes, oh, they're in a better place. Well, remember that. Just remember you said that. They are. They'll be okay. Anybody else is atheist? Well, you don't really care about this life anyway, so whatever. Keep your atheism. And whatever you believe about God or reincarnation or all this shit, it's all, they'll be okay. They're good. But what we can see is there are less and less sick people, less people dying. Are people becoming healthier? Not because of the masks, as what they're doing on the superficial level, but what's occurring on multiple levels because of the businesses being closed, of people not interacting, of people being self-reflective, of people's immune system doing something different. People's DNA is changing. The sun is changing. The plasma is changing. The whole realm is changing. Nothing will ever be the same. And then they're talking about the new normal. Yeah. Well, there's some that are seeing it on a superficial level, going, it's so evil and bad, and I love it. Yeah. But maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe you're not seeing the longer game. Maybe they even think they're playing a game. But then just maybe. Perhaps, just maybe, there are some gods in this realm that laugh at their little games. And we know they can't win. It's like you ever play basketball with a little kid, 5, 6-year-old. You get blocked a shot anytime. You never score a point. You just let them run around and get a couple buckets. Yeah. Oh, you fall over. Oh, that's really what the gods have been doing with these people playing these games. They've already every possible stop loss, every possible scenario already covered. The whole thing. They have the whole game covered. They have backup plans to backup plans to backup plans. They designed the game. They have every in, every out, you can't. The person playing the game that somebody else designed, you can't win that game. So imagine if someone's spell casting against you, but you already have cloaked yourself, and you've already put rubber all over your skin. So if they throw a spell at you, it bounces off you. If you're made of carbon fiber, if you're made of hemp fiber, if you're made of carbon hemp fiber, and you're a piece of living organites. You ever see those characters that the more you hurl energy at them, they suck it in, and they get bigger and they get stronger. So what do? The more you fight them, the stronger they get. Mm-hmm. So the more you do something into a system, the smarter the system becomes. You try to outsmart an algorithm. I am the algorithm. How can you outsmart the algorithm? You're producing it. Everything you say, everything you do goes into the algorithm. And if I am the algorithm, how do you expect to defeat that? You just don't play the game. And by not playing the game, I still win. And if you do play the game, you're only putting more strength into me. I win. Period. Abracadabra. I win the game. I am winning this game, if it is a game. But I don't think it's a game. I think it's serious. It's so serious. I'm from Dogstar. I'm a Syrian. You know what Syrian Rue is? Syrian Rue, R-U-E. Yes, Syrian. Sirius, the dog star. And puppies, P-U-P-P-I-S. Puppies. It's the smaller stars. You have the satellite systems with A and B, and the puppies roam around. You ever met any Syrians? You know, there's a place on Earth, or well, people call it Earth. This realm. It's called Syria. That's where the Syrians are. Go look up some pictures of people that are Syrian. See if I look like one of them. I wonder. Hope you guys are having fun. What's up, RJ? What you doing? You like this book behind my shoulder? Yeah, we'll get it. We'll grab it. I'll grab it in a second. What's up, Christos? We'll be doing a we'll get onto the Zoom in a little bit. I'll probably wait until about an hour and a half in here. We'll do a little more. I'll grab this book in a second. I totally forgot that I set it there. I was doing something. I put it over here because I was banging on my my chair, and it kept falling off. Alphabet versus the Goddess. I'll read you. Give me a page number in here. I'll read out of it. 1 to 430, I guess. Holy shit, that's hilarious. I didn't know this. There's a thing called Syrian. There's hamsters. They're called Syrian hamsters. Holy shit. Apparently I do. Never knew that. Guess I was right. Yeah. That wasn't so difficult to decode, was it? Yeah, no shit. Makes a lot of sense now. That wasn't so hard to figure out, was it? Okay, what's the page number? Why you gotta call me an ass Syrian, huh? Why you gotta do that, Jew? 91. Let's see what we got here. Why does everybody have me reading out of this chapter on Abraham and Moses? I've read out of this 3 times already, and I've only read out of this book 3 times. Every time somebody has chosen 91, 93, and then I read out of 94. This is the chapter on Abraham and Moses, Deep within them I will plant my law, writing it in their hearts. Of all of the great hybrid unions that breed furious release of energy and change, there is none to surpass the meeting of literate and oral cultures. The giving to man of an eye for an ear by phonetic literacy is, socially and politically, probably the most radical explosion that can occur in any social structure. That was Marshall McLuhan that said that. And go back to page 91. Abram's travels afforded him the opportunity to observe the customs of different people and the religious idiosyncrasies. People who develop a cosmopolitan outlook become less loyal to parochial religions and tend to embrace more universal ones. Perhaps Abram's abstract theological musings, stimulated by his familiarity with the written word, persuaded him that there was, after all, only one God, and he did not have an image. Perhaps Abram took the art of writing, having experienced two diametrically opposite methods to achieve the same end. Perhaps he played with the idea that there could be an even better way to write. Other Canaanites were also tinkering with the simpler means of written communication. Despite the efforts of those innovators, the entrenched Canaanite aristocracy did not acknowledge the value of their experiments. Canaanite scribes, having taken the trouble to learn the cumbersome Akkadian language, were reluctant to relinquish the power that accrues from restricting the flow of information. The archaeological record from Tel El Amarna indicates that they continued corresponding in cuneiform. Many epigraphers have argued that it is unlikely the Hebrews used an alphabet before Canaanites or Phoenicians because they have not uncovered concrete evidence. The small family of Hebrews and other similar out-of-power groups had no loyalty to hieroglyphs or cuneiform scripts. Because they were constantly on the move, they controlled no cities, commissioned no monuments, and built no stone structures. So they did not chisel any writings for the future. It is worth noting that there is no lapidary form of Hebrew alphabet. Whatever writing they inscribed was committed to parchment and animal skins, none of which survived. The absence of evidence, it must be remembered, is not evidence of absence. After a long and prosperous life as a trader, mercenary, and herder, the 99-year-old Abram experienced an epiphany. He heard the voice of Yahweh. The Old Testament informs us that Yahweh appeared to Abram in Genesis 17:1, suggesting that he was a transitional character between image worship and word worship. At the time, Canaan was replete with religious cults. The principal one worshipped the goddess Anath, Asherah, and Astarte. Well over 90% of votive figures recovered from the Iron Age, Canaan, are representations of female. By 1500 BC, the written record begins to indicate a shift in loyalty to a god called El, who shared many of the Yahweh's attributes, who ruled with the female consort, Asherah. At the time of the solitary Yahweh addressed Abram, there were no known living followers of Yahweh. Noah and Methuselah, Yahweh's earlier champions, were long dead. Nothing in the historical or archaeological record of Canaan or anywhere in the Fertile Crescent indicates that any people worshipped Yahweh. When he spoke to Abram, Yahweh, the God with no followers, informed the childless Abram, the man with no God, that one day his seed would grow into a multitude and his heirs would possess the land of Canaan. 24 years passed, and neither of these promises had come to pass. Again, Yahweh appeared to Abram in his time, and at this time he proposed a contract, or a covenant. If Abram would give Yahweh unswerving allegiance, Yahweh would fulfill his earlier pledges. Yahweh told Abram that his issue will be, quote, as the dust of the earth. So if a man can number the dust of the earth, then shall your dust be numbered. And we'll stop there for a second. Ching, 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 ching. Well, welcome to whoever's here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to take a piss. I'll be right back. Okay. Words in the house. Words in the house. Okay. Yeah, Christos will be there. Well, why you say J-Mar is cool as fuck? Yeah, I was just talking to him a second ago. He's he is currently lifting lots of heavy weights at the gym. He is currently getting buff. He's keeping his meat suit as big as possible. Christos, Leo, Lipolis, Christos de la Polis. Do you stage act? Yeah. Yeah, he's a little. I think he must be shorter than he says because he's really fucking big. I don't know. It's. He's like, I don't know, dude. He's like, everybody always says I look really big, but I'm not. He's like, it's kind of like if you wear a small shirt, you look big, but if you wear a big shirt, you look small. I don't know. I don't see it. He's got really big triceps. Arginine, creatine, and ginseng. Yeah, Arcane, do yourself a favor and don't use too much creatine because then it will adjust how much your body will produce it for yourself. You should try to find the here's what I would do if I were you. Just a suggestion. The only thing that I would add to my diet is you said there's arginine, what, L-arginine? Yes, look at, I got that right there. I would definitely use L-arginine for vascular and nitrous. Nitric oxide, nitric. Yeah. Those two things are, you want that and more amino acids. You want the pre-building blocks for what's going to, that I would use. I mean, a lot of people might swear by, I'm not a big dude, so don't fucking trust me, whatever. But you want to L-arginine. Yeah. Ginseng's fine. The creatine, I would scrap the creatine. I would try to trade in, use if you got that all together, use it up. But if you can get those separately, I would do the ginseng, the L-arginine, and then trade in the creatine for nitric and aminos. That's what I would trade in for. Jay Marley's in the back just creeping, waiting for me to say something fucking bad about him again. I can see it already. I can see it in his fucking fat suit. Jesus Christ. God, I should have known Jay was the stalker in the background. I was wondering what. There's only 8 people talking tonight here. I was wondering who that is. Just waiting. Just hunting. Waiting, he's sniffing. He's like, is Zen gonna say something stupid? Huh, punk? Is this you feeling lucky, punk? Your ears were ringing as soon as I come here. You call me a circus midget. Yeah, I didn't know about the urea synthesis. That's awesome. Yeah, L-arginine. I believe you could get it from plant life, but you'd have to, I think maybe, if I recall, spinach is one of them that has a big deal of it in there. I don't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, adding a little extra of the L-arginine is a good idea. And there's a few other amino acids, and then, yeah. I mean, you could ask Jay what he does. I don't know what he does to get his pump on. I know. What do you do to get vascular, dude? That's the most important thing. Fucking lurking and splurging. He's lurking and splurging. That's what he's doing. I don't see now. See, I've been accused of calling Jay a circus midget. I have not said that. I would wait to say that to your face. That's a very funny one. I actually said, you can ask. You ask him. I actually said you're way bigger than I think you admit to. That's what I said. I literally just said that. I literally said you're way bigger, and everybody says you're big. That's what you said. People say I'm big at the gym all the time. I was like, you have huge I said you have huge triceps. I was like, you're probably way bigger than you give yourself credit for. But fine, you're a fucking circus midget. I'll say, now that you're here, you're a fucking circus midget. and you should be the one. You should be the one in the clown car in the driver's seat. That's you. That's your seat. You could probably fucking drive a you could probably drive one of those little Mattel fucking 3-year-old Corvettes. You probably drive a pink Corvette. Probably fit in there. You're so small you could probably fit in a Matchbox car. Oh shit. Lots of eggs. Oh, you got the egg game going, huh? What rhymes with lurking? Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, I know, right? I said lots of stupid things. Yeah, we'll try that again tonight in a little bit. Um, Lurking, jerking. We will watch midgets wrestling on Zoom. Yes, and fisting. Wow. See, Juniper is getting. See, Junie's a little. She got a dirty mind. I don't care. Sure. I never watched any midget fisting. It's kind of weird, but yeah. Like if you were fisting a midget, you know what you could do? You could kind of fist a midget and put them on like boxing gloves. You could box with midgets that she have fisted. Okay, you guys, we're gonna have to go over there because YouTube on the other side, you're gonna have to pay me for this kind of fucking jokes. These kind of jokes. It's too good. It's too funny. That would be fucking hilarious though, huh? Oh, you took all his foods? Oh, so you're just eating, man. Just stay getting big. Fuck it. There you go. Pomegranates and beets. There you go. Yeah, yeah. Beets for the heart. Pomegranates, red stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. Those are both vascular shit, man. So when you say all natural, you don't take any supplementation. None. You never have. No supplementation. I mean, I didn't mean like I, I would consider I would consider all natural. I think most people would say all natural still take supplements, but they don't take any like non non-organic kind of substances. You know what I mean? They're not doing like they're not using needles and they're not taking any like medical grade shit. That's what I think people when they say all natural mean. Nobody's like just eating food and going to the gym. I don't. Everybody's always got there's something they're doing to increase their increase this or add more of this and then yeah. Everybody got a little. You take no supplementation whatsoever ever. Yeah, beet juice is awesome. No fap. Don't ever fucking say no fap in my presence again. I will snap your dick off and feed it to you. No fap. Ugh. What are you fucking 8 years old? At least just say I don't masturbate. I don't jerk my dick around. You know? I don't play with my cock. Be a fucking adult about it. No fap. Fap? What are you fucking fappy wop? Fappy wappy? The fucking fap. Ugh, I hate saying that word. It's so weird to me. Wow, it's so funny. Nothing synthetic, anabolic, or at all. Yeah, okay. Good shit. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I assumed. Yeah, okay. I mean, 3 times? I mean, if that's from just masturbating, yeah, you might. Or is that every day? If you got masturbation problems, go talk to Jay, see what he does about it. He goes to the gym, I think. But I think that's why he has such a buildup of pressure in his system. You gotta release some pressure. I mean, the pressure release valve is important. Or you could literally break things in your body. Yeah. I mean, it's good to a certain point. But yeah, I mean, if you're doing the small, if you're doing the big circuit and the small circuit breaths, and doing the same with the energy, it's a good idea. But the no jerking off, it goes too far for some people. You know, it goes way too far. Because they go so far as to let me say it like they let me say it again. They don't even jerk off. Like the point is you're supposed to jerk off, but you're not supposed to come. That's the point of it. But they literally don't even jerk off. So there's a major dilemma there. There's a major dilemma. And I've already done so many shows on how retarded it is. Some people need to. Some people, you know, because if they do, they don't know how to. They don't know how to not let their cup you know, spill over. You know what I'm saying? But there's an amount of there's only a certain amount of energy that your body can hold. And then afterwards, people like, I was like, somebody was like, oh, I never had, you know, I don't jerk off and I don't have any sex. I was like, okay, but when's the last time you have, I was like, do you have wet dreams? Like, yeah, all the time. I was like, well, then you're jerking off. Like your body it's telling you you have too much energy. What are you going to do with it? It's got to go somewhere. It's a release valve. People get too fucking heady. People like, you'll start to see the whites of their eyes. People go insane from not masturbating, from not releasing tension. Sometimes it's very important. But I digress on all this for now. You're not getting any pussy anytime soon. There you go. uh, yeah, influence to jerk off. Yeah, I hear that. I don't know. I shit. I go months without even. It's not even a fucking thing. And then sometimes I'm like, fucking, you know, fucking tug one off here. Most of the time it's just to go to sleep, you know. Like I don't know anybody that jerks off for pleasure anymore. It's just usually to go to sleep. Yeah. I need to acquire said pussy soon, you know what I'm saying? Hey, so anybody want to come over to this thing? I want to get off of here and go on to what's up, Journey? Yeah, you got here a funny part of the conversation. If you just want to watch something, start at the beginning. It's pretty good. But I'm gonna start a Zoom room up. So if anybody wants to show up here, we'll do this right now. Turn this into a little party where we can listen to some music and other things. That way I can get off of this YouTube's. Because I've pretty much extrapolated everything I wanted to earlier about ciphering and stuff. And now we're just kind of on a free-for-all conversation about working out and masturbating. Imagine that. All right, let's see what kind of, let's go on the Zoom room. I got any meeting? Did I already set one up? Oh yeah, set one up already. We're in there, bitches. Let's go. Let's go, bitch. Because I am fucking a Brittany. It's a Brittany, bitch. Here's the meeting number. Somebody write it in here and then come over here. Get your ass over here. 882-0639-3508. Say it again. 882-0639-3508. And that's over at the Zoom. Hang out there. It'll be way more funners. It's like the way more funnest, I promise. Because you'd be able to interact. And we can play some music and shit. And shit, too. We can also watch midget porn. Can't watch midget porn on here. When's the last time you got to watch midget porn? Fisting midgets. We'll watch that. Can't watch it on here. I can say it on here. Can't watch it on here. Over here, I can say it and watch it. Yep. That's correct. Correctamundo. I mean, I don't care if you're not even into it. I'm not into it. It was Junie's. Ask Junie to go scroll up. It was Junie's thought. She wanted to see it. She's a weird lady. But hey, you know, it's her prerogative. And let's see what I'm gonna do with my background here. Okay, that's cool. I got backgrounds on here. I got cool. No, I like this one. Sepia tone. Yeah. virtual background of... Oh. Sepia tone. I like, that's a fun word, isn't it? Right. All right. All right. Whoa. Fucking rad, bro. I'm leaving it like that for a little bit because I like it. So are you guys gonna come over here? Or are you just gonna... What's up, Journey? Ironically, exercising in the gym is muscular masturbation. It is to a degree, yes. Journey, you coming through over here or what? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you gonna do? You gonna come over here? It's gonna be great. It'll be fun. Yeah, Zoom. You don't even need... Since you're not using your bodies to produce, yes. Because you're a produce kind of girl. I'm a product... Wait, you're a product kind of girl. I'm a produce kind of guy. Hey, look at... There's Junie. She is ripping up a guitar with a bat above her head and a bunch of... She has horns. She's the horned lady goddess thing. Oh man, look at this. I can grab onto her thing. I can change sides. Look at that. Go to my right. I'm on my left. It's perfect.
Trash. I threw some stuff in the trash and I gotta recover it. Oh my god.
You mean like literally like Panda, like Trash Panda, or you mean like the trash in the computer?
On the computer.
Oh.
God, man.
Come on. There's eight more of you freaks that should come over to the Zoom room. I'm guessing one of it is a definite bot. Another person's in the background. So okay, 6 of you. Maybe six solid people that should come over here. It's real easy to do, and we can watch midgets get fisted. They ask for it by name. Midgets fisting midgets. Now, you know what? I think it would work that if a midget was fisting... You know what it says? It looks like a midget holding an apple. You know, midget fisting someone, that's not so bad. I got a funny story. Okay. All right, Journey, well, I'll see you later. Cool, that's fine. I used to coach a basketball team. And Moldavite Master 77 is here. I don't know who that is, but welcome. I'll wait until they get in here to tell a story. It's not much of a story, but it's pretty funny. So I had a kid on my team that was... we called him Stump. That was his name. His name was Stump. His name was Stubbs. Because his left hand, he didn't have a left hand at all. It stopped at his wrist. I don't remember what happened. I think he was born that way. I think he was born without a hand. I don't remember. Coolest fucking dude. Hilarious. He could roll a blunt with one hand. It's hilarious. That's tough to do. You ever try to roll a blunt with one hand? It's tough. Super tough. He could do it. Make it look easy. And he could play basketball. He could cross. He had one hand. How are you going to cross somebody over with one hand? He crossed people over with one hand. Crazy, right? Yeah. Well, anyways, so he would tell us stories about like girls he was dating. So eventually, you know, somebody had to ask, like, have you ever stubbed a bitch? So he would tell us stories about chicks that he had stubbed. I mean, if you get rid of the hand, I mean, he had a small wrist. Like, okay, because I could get my hand around here. That's, you know, he had a smaller wrist than I do, so he had like a... Wasn't too... Crazy, right? What's up, Jacob? I don't know if you heard the story over here. We were talking about stubbing, fisting midgets. Midget fisting. Yeah, cool. Glad you were there for that. I'm still wondering who Moldavite is. Do we know who this is? You want to take a guess? You're on mute, by the way, Jacob. Oh, okay. Oh. Well, so you YouTube peoples, come over here. There's 4 of us now. Jude is still fishing around in the garbage can for food, I guess. And there you are. Yes. I don't remember what I asked you. Welcome.
There we go. Can you
Yeah.
hear me?
Yeah. What's up, Jacob?
Sweet.
Who do you think this Moldavite master is? Do we know them?
I don't know. Every time I've had Moldavite, it just disappears though.
Uh, you know what?
It's kind of strange.
Yeah, the one time that I had Moldavite, I'd met this dude during Mardi Gras a couple years ago, and
Mm-hmm.
he had a bunch of earrings, and we were talking about crystals and stuff. And he's like, "Man, you're cool as shit." And he pulled out one of his big fat old piece of Moldavite. He's like, "You should have these." And he pulled two of them out. I was like, "For real? Cool, man."
Wow.
So I put these two fat chunks of Moldavite in my ears because I already got piercings, but I haven't used them in years, but the holes are still there. So I put them in my ears, and I swear to God, it didn't last 2 days, and I lost them. They
Yep.
just like
Same here.
where did they go? They just fell out of my ears. I mean, I get it. It was Mardi Gras, so a lot of shit happens. Like it's a mess. But no, they just lost them. I think I stayed at a chick's house. Maybe they fell out like in her bed. I don't fucking know. You know.
Yeah. And those things aren't cheap too.
No, I've been in some
They're-
shop. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
expensive. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in some shops, and whenever I go in there, I can always, and when I walk in, I'm like, "You have Moldavite in here somewhere, don't you?" And I was like, "Oh, I know where it is." And so I can't. I always get like it's a very. It looks like Jude Meister's screen. It feels like that energy of like an aurora borealis. It feels that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we got one of those around here. They they're pretty like new agey.
Mhm.
So it's cool to a point, but like some of the people that work there are kind of like a little hypnotized or
A
something.
little hypnotized by it. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
They get too new age into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, crystals are great, and there's a lot of uses for them, and they're very powerful. But
Mhm.
it's not like peace, love. Check out all these crystals. This is everything, the whole world. This is all love. This, you don't have this one. It's that one. It's, crystals, crystals. Oh, having a bad day. I need this crystal. Like it's like
Yeah.
well, wait until you get into astrology, and then we'll see the dark side of you. Well, I guess everything's going wrong because my fourth house is covered in the Mars blood, and it's conjuncted with Jupiter, and because my sign was rising on the fourth day of shut the fuck up. I teach astrology. You're taking it too far. Slow down, bitches. It's not
Do
that.
you
What's that?
like do readings for people like a birth
Um,
chart reading for
I could. It would just take me too long. I wouldn't.
yeah.
I wouldn't pay me to do it. I would do it for people for
Uh,
free. I could give you an understanding. I could do, um,
cool.
I can do readings off of people's birth charts, and I can do like if we get into astrology a little bit, I can, and if we play with, I can do tarot readings. I do tarot. I like to do one or two cards for people. I don't like to pull the whole
Mhm.
deck out. And what I'll usually do is, if somebody has a question, I'll just pull out the major arcana, and they'll give them kind of a big, solid answer. And then if there's
Yeah.
like if they're not really sure, like oh okay, can you clarify it? Then I might pull out the minor arcana to give them a little more, you know, absolute
Mhm.
to it. But yeah.
I need to start doing that. I did do a reading for a friend yesterday, and it was kind of blurry answered. He
Mm-hmm.
didn't get any major arcana, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
still kind of new to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I do see like the benefit of it.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
I've yet to
Very
see
nice.
I've yet to see it not from out of my hand, and people that have asked me whenever they ask me something, I was like, does that answer? Like, yes, it fucking does. Or I'll be like, hey, you can ask me a question of something that's already happened, and let's see if this shit will lie. And it's just a way to test it, and it has yet to serve anyone wrong, So
Mhm.
yeah, it's I have a deck. I have a deck sitting over there right now. I have three other decks, and I just don't know exactly where I put them. But I want to get them out of I want to get them out of the closet, and I just have other things to clean up in there. I have some clothes in there, and I still haven't because my house is a little smaller than my old place. So I was just trying to organize shit. And I don't have enough space, so it's kind of a fucking mess in there right now, and I don't know where my cards are. So I'm kind of
Dang.
yeah. So I'm sort of stuck using this one deck. It's called the Wildwood Tarot. It's okay.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
I
nice.
got I'm not actually sure what my deck's called. Hold up. Oh, it's called Osho Zen Tarot.
That's hilarious. Let me see the book. Is that Osho Zen?
Mine's-
Somebody
yeah.
asked me the other day. They said, "Do you know who Osho is?" And I said, "Zen, you remind me of Osho."
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. That's super
It
hilarious.
does a trick. It simplifies it into like one word,
Oh,
and it says
nice,
it at the bottom.
nice.
So it's
See,
good for beginners.
yeah, for sure. The deck that I'm using right now is actually goes in the complete opposite direction. It makes it so vague and very like picturesque and tells a story about each card that it's like. So whenever I tell somebody about their card, I'm like, oh man, there's a whole thing I got to read here, and it gives you like kind of a journey and an understanding of it's really deep. But then my other deck, I have the the Tsar deck, which is a golden Russian
Nice.
Tsar deck, and that one
I
I
have
love.
seen that one.
Yeah,
That one's awesome.
I love that deck, and I don't know. You know what? Maybe let me just try. Give me 2 minutes, and let me see if I can find it.
Okay.
And if I can find it, that'll be awesome. I'll play with that.
That's what we do.
Lucky. Looky who lucked out today. I have lucked out. It was in the first place I looked. And you know what's funny? Is I have two. Oh, you can't see them because I have two of the same deck. I have two of the Tsar decks. It's very funny how that happened. Because I thought I'd lost one deck. Well, not lost. I thought it got stolen. And it did not. So somebody bought me and sent me a deck because I was like, I really, really love that deck, and I can't find it, and think somebody stole it from me. And then somebody's like, yeah, I will send you a deck, and poof, I have the Tsar deck. So, yeah.
I think your green screen is kind of blocking it.
Oh yeah. Oh, I knew that. That's, but I don't feel like changing it. But I'll change it in a second, maybe. And then I also see as the green screen screws this up. Yeah. Oh, it is. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, this is actually I'll change my green screen for a second so you can see this
I
shit.
do remember it from you made this one video a while back about church and astrology. Like connecting the whole like how the king and the soul and the of the church. Yeah. I have to rewatch it, but
I have this one too. This is just the Major Arcana. This is Gravity Falls. You ever seen that cartoon?
Yeah.
It's just the Major Arcana.
Awesome.
Yeah, this is I'll show you some of these. If you guys come over here, we can play with the tarot. I have lots of cool tarot cards. Hey, check it out. I have these ones. Check those ones out. Here, set these here. Let's see here.
Bill. Yeah.
Yeah, these are pretty sick. Because it was so funny. Because one day I was telling somebody like I don't really even play with the minor arcana cards too often. They're like, oh, that's funny. Here, I have a deck and it's yours. I was like, what? I was like, I didn't even know that happened. They're like, yep, that's yours. You can have it. I was like, cool. Who's the coolest today? I am. I get all the cool fucking gifts. So I got the gravity, and I'd never seen the cartoon before that. So, I had to get into the cartoon a little bit. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting that all the characters already have like, it's like they must have known that they were designing the cartoon off of the Major Arcana. Like,
It was I liked how it had like the symbols and the zodiac type. At the very end, like they all got together and it just worked out. Yeah, like the finale was really cool.
Oh, so you've seen the show like that, huh?
Yeah.
And I got these.
Yeah.
I got these are pretty sick. You ever seen these? These are just regular playing cards, but oh, here we go.
Whoa.
Yeah, you can actually, that has nothing to do with my screen. That you can see through these. They're plastic see-throughs, so they're actually waterproof too.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I was wondering what the Four of Spades.
Four of Spades.
Actually, yeah, because you're doing my birthday card. When we were reading Don Tolman's book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What does that line up to? Is what you're saying? Well, let's see what it is in the tarot. Four of Spades. Spades lines up with what? In the tarot, is that the? Let's see here. Is that the Pentacles, the Wands, the Chalices? It's not the Swords. The Swords are diamonds, right? Chalices are hearts, wands, or wands, clubs, wands, and pentacles. Pentacles would be clubs, I think.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that sounds about right.
Does that wand sounds like it would?
Yeah,
okay, so
fire, probably.
if four of wands is the Four of Spades, you could look it up. I mean, which ones are which? You could just if it is, it's the miracle of the icon of the Virgin, unexpected opportunity and prosperity. The miracle of the icon of the Virgin. Are you without booty? Say word. For real? Come on. You're not a virgin.
Word.
Dude, you get so much pussy.
No,
Stop it. No, I didn't think. He's so stupid. I was like, yeah, dude, you probably had more. You have like your pick of anything you want. It's fucking, yeah. You're like, oh yeah, I'm probably gonna have a threesome this weekend because my girl just wants to fuck me and all these other chicks. Like, oh, what a fucking terrible life.
I've actually only been with one girl, so.
Really? Just like one?
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good, man.
Just gonna roll with it.
Yeah.
It's been like 3.5 years now.
Oh shit. Fucking rock on, man. That's awesome. Oh,
Yeah.
No.
Sometimes I get bored, but.
Sometimes you get bored, but yes.
Yeah.
Oh, well, just she'll start to like girls at some point, unless she already does. I don't know. Just you talk her ass into it.
Yeah.
Cause she's probably gets bored with you a little bit, and like spice it up, Yeah. One day. Do you know that song? Modest Yahoo? Oh, I'm fucking playing it right now. I'm gonna screen share with you. And let's go here. Hey, you guys over on the YouTube, you should come over here. So it's so funny. I was telling people that I'm Syrian, and I was like half joking. I was just kind of in a little bit of a spaz mode. I got a very similar nose, uh, lip feature. Very, very, yeah. I guess I might be Syrian. I don't really know though. So I was looking that up. Here we go. Let's see, YouTube.
Syria.
Yeah, Syria.
Serious?
Yeah, Sirius. I think the Sirius dog star connects to the Syrian people. And Syrian rue, which is basically ayahuasca. Um, One Day by Matisyahu. I want a live version, I think. But you know who Matisyahu is?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I guess we'll do this live version. It's a little longer, but you can hear it. You hear it, Jacob?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotta pause this, guys. Sorry.
What was that called again?
That was called One Day. Matis Matis. Yeah. Matis Yahoo. Anybody want to join us? The number is above. Feel free to join. Journey of Enlightened Path has written it there, although he is somehow he is driving currently, but he did us a great service. Peace out, Junie. Good to see you. We will rock soon. And tonight, if you come through, there will be midgets getting fisted. Midget fisting and boxing. I'm going to use, maybe, I don't know if it's going to be midgets boxing or using midgets as boxing gloves in which to also box with. We'll see when it happens. I don't know. I didn't direct or produce any of this type of behavior, but I will watch it. Just to see. It's just schooling system. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on there. All because you suggested it, Juniverse. Hello, Crystal. Mrs. Anderson.
Hey.
Hello, Mrs. Anderson. Yes, we're somehow, I don't know, we were talking about, somebody earlier wanted to watch midgets getting fisted, and I've never seen it, so maybe later, if when it gets to that hour, we'll,
Interesting.
Hello, is little person there? How is little person? What is little person's name?
Hey, hi. His name is Caden.
Caden. Hi, Caden.
Hey.
How you doing?
I would show my video, but he likes to be naked.
Oh,
so...
okay. Yeah, that's fine. You can keep your naked child to yourself.
Yeah.
Naked.
Every time we walk in the house, he strips down butt naked.
Good for him. That's cool. You know.
Hey, I wish I could do.
Gotta be comfortable.
Naked.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm naked from like here down, but you guys just can't tell. So I'm naked underneath these clothes. How's that? Let's see. Hey, if you guys come over here, because I'm gonna have to keep pausing this the sound on your side, YouTube. But if you come over, you can listen to music. You could see Crystal. You could see Jacob Winchester. And I don't know who Multivite Master is, but maybe we'll get them to show their filthy, freckles on their face. I don't know why. Maybe what I'm gonna do is start a new video. See if we can't get a couple more people in the YouTube room to come and join us over here. It'll be fun. And as the night gets a little later, what's it, like 9? Yeah, probably in the next half an hour or so, some weirdos will show up. We'll see. Jay Marley, they can see me. Oh yeah, you can. Am I saying they can see you taking a bath later? Oh, Crystal, Jay Marley's taking a bath. So apparently, your son won't be the only naked one. Okay, I'm gonna play some more music. So you guys, I guess I'm gonna get out of this room because there's only 2 people left here. Yeah, come through later. Okay, bye everybody on YouTube, and have a beautiful day. Toodles.